There were 5 specific instances where we flopped top pair, top kicker, and bet the flop and then get raised. So I want to go through all 5 of those. So we raise on the button, get called by an 18-17. We flop top pair, top kicker. We bet about half pot, face a pretty big re-raise. And given the drawing nature of the board, let me see what read we have on this player. I guess not much of a read, other than he's playing 18-17. And we end up calling, which I think is fine. When he leads this turn, he leads for 2/3 pot on this turn. The turn is a 9, which can, unless the guy has a flush draw, when he's betting this 9 so aggressively, I'm having a hard time putting him on a straight bluff. So I think we can call here. So Ryan ends up shoving, which I really don't like because I don't really see what the point of the shove is. If the villain has like a 2-pair or set or some kind of the only reason we're going to get it in versus very good draws here or hands that have us absolutely crushed. So I don't like a shove. The villain ends up calling it off and he ended up having pocket 6s. So I think the turn, I think calling is best here. His lead is very strong, but I prefer a call over a shove. Here's the second hand. We raise, get 1 call on the button. The flop comes 6-9 king. Very similar to the last one with a flush draw. We bet and get raised. And at this point, let me see what I know about this player. He folds to 40% of continuation bets. It's difficult to know what to do here. He has raised 3 out of 10 C bets. I think calling might be okay. The turn's a 4, it goes check, check, and the river's a 9. We check, and he checks back, and he flopped the ace-9. So definitely make a nut out of that. I'm really surprised that the villain didn't end up betting the river. But him raising that flop, I don't like his play on the flop with the ace-9, and definitely don't like his play on the river. So I think we played the hand fine. I think if we check the turn and he ends up betting the turn, I think the best play is to fold. But I have no idea if the villain had any kind of a plan there. I think we played our hand fine. We have ace-king suited, raise, get 2 callers, flop top pair, top kicker, continuation bet, get raised by a 22-15 player. Very similar situation to the last couple. We end up making the call here. The turn is a 10. It goes check, check, and the river's a king. And I think there's merit to betting this river, but like blocker betting small, something like 11 or 12. If he has a missed flush draw, he's definitely not going to call. He might end up, spaz raising, who knows, but if he has any kind of showdown value or any kind of a king, we're just going to give value here. If he does have a king, then we can check raise, certainly. But I think there's merit in betting this river. I think if you check the turn behind, I don't expect someone with a pure bluff or a misdraw to now try to bet the river one more time. So the river did end up, the villain did end up having a combo draw, flush draw plus a pair, and we end up taking down the pot.